Pittsburgh to make the playoffs, but they took care of what they could here with a win over the 1 seed and their 10th win of the season. That's Mike Tomlin's 10th season with 10 or more wins, and you just said it, Mac. 7-1.
7-1.
Their last 8 games against this division rival.
Yep.
Something impressive, and 4 straight coming in Baltimore. Najee goes over 1,000 yards rushing in this game. He's the first Steeler with 1,000+ rushing yards in each of his first 3 seasons. So if you think he fell off, think again. A big part of the win here, Najee Harris. A big part of the win as well, Mason Rudolph. I mean, the numbers, they speak for themselves.
No question. What are we talking about?
Never lost.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
3-0, completing it at a 74% clip. Now, 2 incompletions in this game does help that number, but it's been 30+ points when it ain't raining out in here. Pulls a win off over the 1 seed. I don't care who's playing. Mason Rudolph better be playing.
Three or 4 years in a row right there that we've been able to come up here and get it done. And so we're thankful for that, for the efforts. It was a tough environment today from a climate perspective. You know, the ball security component was a challenge, but it was a challenge for both teams. I thought it was significant in terms of how the game unfolded, particularly in the first half for us. We were down there in scoring territory a couple of times, man, and came away with no points because of lack of ball security. But as I said, it was going to be a challenging environment, and it was. Thankfully, we made enough plays to secure victory. Can't say enough about Eric Rowe. Man, on another elevation, man, made a significant play on that punch out. His efforts, Miles Jack's efforts, man, just solidifying us in some positions, man, where we were really low on manpower. And those 2 guys have been significant, not only today, but over the last 3 weeks in terms of what we've done. Obviously, Rudolph's done a nice job, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention those 2 guys as well. TJ is being evaluated with a knee injury. I'll have more information probably next time we get together. Obviously disappointed in that, but you know, there are challenges in the game of football, there are challenges in life, and so we'll deal with it, whatever it may be. I'll pause and open up for questions.
Mike, what's the feeling in the locker room? Is there a sense of accomplishment what you guys have done these last 3 games?
You know, we're really focused on what we needed to do today. There's a simple sense of accomplishment regarding that, and so we'll see about all that other stuff.
How do you approach these next 24 hours?
You know, we did the work that we needed to do today, and so that's less important.
Mike, was playing to put it on Najee's back, and especially considering the conditions? Especially considering the conditions, yes.
Mike, you came off the field yelling off the couch. Was that about Eric Rowe and Miles Jack?
Yes.
You know, there are some guys that handle those kind of conditions better than others, and Najee one of those guys?
You know, Naj has a certain demeanor and play style that we covet and value. That's why we went to Tuscaloosa to get him. Today was an example of that.
Coach, when you talk about these playoff scenarios, are you going to be tuned in to the TV, or is it something you're just going to kind of...
I don't know yet. I hadn't thought about it. Like I said, we were more concerned about the variables that we had control over. Those other ones are less important. We did what we needed to do this weekend.
Mike, I know you said TJ's being evaluated for a knee injury. Did he try to come back in after getting evaluated on the sideline or anything?
I don't know that.
Anyone else?
What does it say about Mason to have the confidence to sit in there and throw that ball after he had a couple knocked out of his hands earlier in the game?
Like I mentioned several weeks ago, when we put him in the lineup, he has a unshakable confidence in himself, and it is real.
Mike, the kick return where Godwin went out of bounds, just what does that say about the way that Danny Smith coaches that route from to have the presence of mind to make that play?
It's just preparedness. That's what we do. We go through scenarios. It's not anything dramatic, to be quite honest with you.
Mike, Calvin Austin gave you some decent field position with some of those returns.
Yeah, he had ball in the hand plus grass. They got a talented punter, but he created opportunity for us at times. And so thankful for that. We didn't necessarily take advantage of the field position, you know, particularly that last one. We think we got the ball there to midfield with him roughly, and we weren't able to do anything with it.
Did you like how you were able to hold down that running game for the most part?
You know, we knew there would be a commitment to it, not only because of their style of play, but environmentally, and so that was an asset to our cause, no doubt.
What did you see from Marcus Marcus and Nick after TJ went down, they hold on the fort?
You know, they did what we expected them to do. We brought Marcus Golden in here because he is a capable, savvy veteran. And so, you know, he did what we expected.
Anyone else? All right.
Thanks, guys.
I hear Bergman back.
There are certain brands that just don't ever go away. Feels like it's not the playoffs unless you got the Steelers out there. Well, here's what will have to occur for the Steelers to be out there. There's an opportunity Saturday night. Texans-Colts, well, the odds are long. If it ends in a tie, Steelers are in. Then there's an opportunity in the early window. Jags, a loss to the Titans, and Pittsburgh. And then you might have to sit and wait if neither of those two things comes to fruition.
Yeah, I want it.
Mac, you're South Florida.
Yeah.
Born and bred. Is that the old squad, the Dolphins?
No, never been, but they will be Sunday night.
You will have a Tua jersey on if need be. If they need the Bills to suffer that loss against Miami. In Miami would be the third such scenario in which the Steelers touch playoff paint.
Let's go ahead and open it up for questions for Mason.
Mason, that's up for the conditions out there today in terms of getting done what you guys needed to do.
Yeah, it was probably the most challenging, weather I've had to deal with in my career. But man, so proud of, for the most part, took care of the ball. And then I put one on the ground, Jalen, but we were able to recover the one at the end, which was huge. Broderick did a great job, and so just proud of the way we ran the ball up front. I mean, we thought we controlled the line of scrimmage pretty darn well, and we knew we were going to have to, ride the wave of our offensive line, and they paved the way for us.
Maybe you talked about reading safeties the other day, just as a general rule of thumb. Did you see something before the pass to Deontay or post-snap, or was that where you were going all along?
They took Pat away. They did a good job of taking him away anywhere with the ball. They were dropping a defensive lineman or just hugging him immediately with the linebacker. And so it was sort of, I'm not going to get into the read, but it was, Deontay was a big part of the read, and they took Pat away, and so the ball went to him, and man, he did a great job after the catch and split those guys and ran fast like he always does and scored. So happy for him.
In terms of that play, I mean,
I trust that man with my finances.
You should.
It's a good jacket. They're trusting him with the franchise right now. Mason Rudolph 3-0 in his 3 starts. And you said it, Max. Some pop plays here in the pass game. Those 3 touchdowns, all well downfield, whether it be a short completion